Okay, so the last thing that we're going to talk about in this section is a change of base property. So there's a formula here, and it's a pretty straightforward formula that says if I have log base b of m, then I can use either of these two forms to calculate, using a calculator basically, what the log base b of m is. So if I choose to use, and since I'm using this on my calculator, remember that my calculator has either the log log or the natural log already built in as a function on the calculator. So the reason you see two different formulas here is because if I'm using my calculator, I get to decide, do I want to use the log log or do I want to use the ln or the natural log? It doesn't matter, you're still going to get the exact same answer. So the formula says that I'm going to take the log of the argument and divide it by the log of the base. So it's the natural log of the argument divided by the natural log of the base. Again, either one of these forms is acceptable for using it on your calculator. So if I have this example, log base 0.3 of 19, that's what I want to evaluate, and I'm going to use my calculator to find it. So I have the log of 0.13, the log base 0.13 of 19. And in my calculator, I'm going to take the log of the argument and divide it by the log of the base. And then I'm going to do it again, only this time I'm going to take the natural log of 19 and divide it by the natural log of 0.13, the argument divided by the base. So I'm going to do it the first time using the log log on my calculator. Okay, so I have my calculator pulled up, and I'm going to now take, I was going to do the log log. So here I have the log of the argument 19, and I am going to divide that by the log of the base 0.3, I'm sorry, 0.3. Okay, so I get an answer. Calculator returns for me that this is negative 2.45. Now watch, if I choose to do this using the natural log, it would be the natural log of the argument 19 divided by the natural log of the base 0.3, not 1.3 like I was saying a second ago. I hit enter and notice that those are exactly the same answers. So there comes a time sometimes when you need to be able to find out or evaluate, let's say, what this guy is right here. And if I don't have, let me change this in here. If I don't have a way of doing that on my calculator, I don't know how to, how would I evaluate it? So this is the formula that allows us to evaluate it on a calculator, because even a scientific calculator would have a, even the scientific calculator would have a natural log or an log log. Some of you, depending upon the operating system of your graphing calculator, may have this right here, this formula already built into it, and so this change of base kind of becomes a moot point if you're finding the approximate value of it. Now you want to know what the change of base is in case, number one, you don't have that formula built into your calculator, or if the argument and or the base that you're evaluating happens to be a variable, not a number, then you would be applying this change of base formula to something like that. So that's the change of base formula is fairly straightforward, and again, you can choose whether you use the log or the natural log to be able to do it.